Well, as campaigning heats up in Karnataka, three political heavyweights are in the state to take out multiple roadshows and rallies. Amit Shah and JP Nadda are campaigning in JDS strongholds, while Rajiv Gandhi will be visiting Belagavi and Hubballi on the second day of his two-day visit. Amit Shah's roadshow in Gundlupete near Mysuru. My colleague Srija joins us now for more on this. Srija, the BJP, of course, in the last week or so has been dealing with a lot of defections from the party. Have they, in the last couple of days, overcome that? Are they back on track with their key election thrust?
Well, the names of all the 224 assembly segments have been announced by the BJP, so there's not really any more defections. But of course, there was a huge chunk of defections that we had seen over the past few weeks. So it was riddled with a huge rebellion coming in from senior leaders, because the strategy opted by the BJP was, of course, a new generational shift, and then, showing the doors to the old timers and also some of the senior Lingayat leaders. So that, which of course is now being cashed in on by the Congress, the principal opposition here in the state of Karnataka. But while you have now, what we are seeing at the moment is it's just about, arguments, counter arguments and allegations of one after the other, because clearly the BJP is coming under fire for especially showing the door to some of the senior Lingayat leaders. But however, it is also continuing to maintain, whether that is Mr. Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, who's currently campaigning in Gundlupete, in Mysuru, or even for that matter, the Chief Minister, Basuraj Bommai. In fact, they're going on to say that it doesn't really matter if Lakshman Saudi, the former Deputy Chief Minister, or even for that matter, the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Jagdish Shettar, both have in fact switched sides to the Congress. It really doesn't make a difference to them. But you have Congress on the other side saying that both put together bring nearly about 3 to 4% of the Lingayat vote to especially the Congress, which is a larger chunk. So keeping all that in mind, what's really happened over the past few weeks with the BJP, we are looking at a lot of central leaders. Some of them are star campaigners, of course, including Mr. JP Nadda, who's today campaigning, in Hospete and in Hoskote, and also you have Amit Shah, in fact, already campaigning in Gundlupete, and now in a short while from now he'll be also heading to JDS's bastion, Sakleshpur. So you have the BJP having a aggressive strategy, especially to shift that vote share of whichever constituencies which are the strongholds of the Congress and the JDS, to shift that to the BJP. That's the strategy that's being used right now.
Okay.
And there's aggressive campaigns on ground that we're looking at. And also on the other hand, you have Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who's on a two-day visit to the state of Karnataka. Yesterday, he held a mega roadshow in Belagavi district of Karnataka. Today, he did, of course, had a town hall with the sugarcane farmers, and in the evening he's also, of course, meeting the youth, which especially the Congress has been targeting and also attacking the ruling BJP, saying that the BJP, which had promised jobs, have not kept up with their promise, which we see that the Congress is trying to.
And I'm just interrupting you now because let's just try and also bring in a couple of other reactions, Srija. I just want to go across to my colleague Megha, who's also got a few more details on what the BJP strategy is.
One of the focus areas for the Bharatiya Janata Party has been what they believe, they call it their weakest link, which is the Vokaliga community in this entire of Old Mysore and urban Bangalore region, which is about, it's a sizable number. It's about 89 seats out of 224, a total in that assembly. So 89 is a big chunk. And why is the BJP so interested in this region this time around? I mean, traditionally, it has not been with the BJP. It's been with the JDS. And before the JDS, it was with the Congress. This is an area that started out, as a Congress bastion. And then, of course, the tides turned and it became a very strong base for JDS, for Mr. Deve Gowda. They still remain rock solid with the party. But here is the BJP now making all-out attempts to try and make as many inroads as possible in this region. What they feel, last time around, while the BJP was the single largest party, remember, remember, they were short of the majority. And perhaps it looks to them that, maybe this is the region that can help them gain a few extra numbers, which would be just fresh new numbers for the party, because this is not an area they do well. Now, one very, very important point here that I want to make is that, this is what we are learning from our sources within the Bharatiya Janata Party, and of course otherwise as well. We speak to a lot many people, and what we are gathering is that as per the internal reports and the internal number gathering that is happening there on the ground in Karnataka, it seems that JDS is not faring as well as they did last time in this area, in Old Mysuru region, and that perhaps their performance is going to be lesser or worse than what it was last time around in their own bastion. And maybe that is the loophole, that is the weakness, that is the space that the BJP is now making an attempt to explore and exploit for themselves, for some gains for themselves. So as far as Lingayat community is concerned, I mean, you are seeing the kind of efforts that the Bharatiya Janata Party has made, despite the fact that they made Mr. Yediyurappa step down from the chief ministerial position. But in the run-up to the elections, you saw the kind of effort that the party is making, the optics from the side of, whether it's the Prime Minister or Mr. Amit Shah himself, trying to ensure that they give the required respect to Mr. Yediyurappa, the man who's seen as the tallest leader of the Lingayat community. But the other community, Vokalega, as formidable, not as big as Lingayat, but very, very formidable politically speaking, and backing just one party. Now here is the Bharatiya Janata Party that thinks that this is their chance to try and break that bastion for the JDS and not allow the Congress to get any sort of benefit from that, and that it should be the Bharatiya Janata Party that is able to, perhaps make gains and inroads in this area. So you will have all the top leaders, like you said today, Amit Shah and the party president, Mr. Nadda, but I think the Prime Minister also, when he starts with this carpet bombing campaigns, as they call it in the party, he will of course be, going to this area maybe once or twice for some really big rallies.
All right, so carpet bombing by the BJP's top leaders is pretty much started. Amit Shah has been speaking at a rally. Let's just listen in. This is moments back.
4% का था, हमने उसको हटाकर SC, ST, वोकलिगा और लिंगायत में बढ़ाने का काम किया। जेडीएस और कांग्रेस वाले कहते हैं कि हम आएंगे, जीतेंगे तो फिर से मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन लाएंगे। मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, किसका कम कर लाओगे भाई? वोकलिगा का कम करोगे क्या? लिंगायत का कम करना है क्या? SC का कम करना है? SC का कम करना है? OBC का भी कम नहीं कर दे हो तो किसके खिलाफ आप हो वो कर्नाटक की जनता को बता दो। मित्रों, आज मैं यहाँ हसन के कहकर जाता हूँ, गत चुनाव में आपने JDS को जिताया, अंत में क्या हुआ? कांग्रेस के साथ बैठ गए। बैठे या नहीं बैठे? तो JDS को वोट का मतलब है कांग्रेस को वोट। कांग्रेस को वोट देना चाहते हो क्या? चाहते हो क्या? चाहते हो क्या? अगर वोट विफल न जाए, ऐसा चाहते हो तो आपका वोट सीधा भारतीय जनता पार्टी को दीजिए, सीधा सीमेंट मंजू को दीजिए, सीधा हमारे घोड़ा को दीजिए। मुझे बताओ, कमल के निशान पर बटन दबाओगे? अरे आवाज नहीं आती है, दबाओगे बटन?